This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back with Kyle and Josh Roe, who shares the importance of specialty livestock to the state.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer. I have the opportunity to visit with Josh Roe. He's Assistant Secretary of Agriculture in Kansas. Josh, let's talk about specialty agriculture across the state of Kansas. Of course, everyone thinks about cattle and hogs and chickens and turkey, but there's another industry of specialty livestock out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Our specialty livestock industry, which we're kind of defining as about anything that falls out of the normal livestock realm outside of the cattle, poultry, and hog world there. So, sheep and goats, bison, and that. When you look at the size of those industries, they're hardly a blip on the radar screen as far as numbers or economic impact in that through that. But what we've seen is market growth in several of those industries. In fact, meat goats, it's one of the fastest growing livestock sectors in the state in terms of percentage-wise. Kansas specifically has jumped from like 17th place in meat goat inventory to 13th place just in the last several years through there. And also, great examples of, sheep producers, bison, llamas, and all from there. They are a different set of production practices, but different resources required for beginning those, and really have been successful for producers that choose to do that and meet a lot of niche markets, so it can have some high returns. So.
One thing as we talk about attracting different ethnic groups from around the world to be part of our labor force, a lot of them expect some of what we will call specialty meats because they're used to that and that's what they prefer to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of changes in demographics have changed that demand, the demand for increased, especially goat and lamb through that.
So what are the barriers that stop people from getting into this? Why doesn't everyone do it?
I think first and foremost is it might almost come down to an industry perception thing. We're kind of traditional, like, myself, my family, for instance, we're cattle people that have never thought about branching out. And so really knowing that there is a good opportunity to potentially branch out through there. So sometimes it comes down to industry perception. And then another big issue that's holding back some of the potential and the prices is just a lack of consistent infrastructure on what you do, where you take these products to market at, whether that be, a processor to process your sheep into some, lamb that's ready to sell to the producer, all the way to, other byproducts, wool and that. So really the need, the lack of this infrastructure that we've got that figured out, right? On the cattle side, on our grain side, we have great infrastructure on what to do with our products when they leave our fields. And it's just building that up for the specialty industry as well.
We're visiting with Josh Roe. Josh is Assistant Secretary of Agriculture for the state of Kansas. This is Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Folks, stay tuned for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.